Years have passed, and I still regret not having the chance to learn these life real. Saying no, important. Revenge, ruining your own life. Observing, increase in wisdom. Forgiving, healing. Letting go, peace of mind. You cannot convince people to love you. No one will ever give you love because you want him or her to give it. Real love moves freely in both directions. Don't waste your time on anything else. Spend your money on the things money can buy. Spend your time on the things money can't buy. Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient. Time truly flies. Be grateful always because it can always be worse. Live like there's no tomorrow and do what you love. Firstly, the one we show to the world and strangers. Secondly, the one we show to family, spouses, and close friends. And thirdly, the one we show only to ourselves. There is a healthy amount of distrust to have in everyone. Nobody's intentions are truly clear, even after being stated. You aren't crazy. You're intelligent. Life is not a matter of holding good cards, but of playing a poor hand well. Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and its life will not get any shorter. Happiness doesn't diminish when you share it. At first, you choose a partner based on appearance and enjoy it until you realize that your children will be raised not based on appearance, but based on values. If you expect the world to be fair with you because you are fair, you're fooling yourself. Every person in your life is a teacher. You don't notice your progress in life. A ball doesn't bounce until it hits the bottom. Make peace with your past so it won't screw up the to see beauty never grows old. The only person with whom you have to compare ourselves is that you in the past. There will always be someone who is better than you in something. You have to accept that fact and learn from them. That's something that will help you grow. Death does not concern us, because as long as we exist, death is not here. And when it does come, we no longer exist. You have three choices in life. You can watch things happen, make things happen, or wonder what the hell happened. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. No work is beneath you. The only thing that should be beneath you is your big ego. Work hard in silence and show your skills at the job you get rather than criticizing the job. No matter how many times I may stumble, I will rise each time a better man. The most important step a man can take is the next one. It's always the next one. You might be the sweetest peach on the tree, but some people just don't like peaches. There are two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. If you want to help yourself, genius is to carry the spirit of the child into old age, which means never losing your enthusiasm. Nothing in life that is worth having comes easy. Passion is super awesome, but it doesn't cure all your problems. Passion can go a long way in your life, but it doesn't mean it's all unicorns and rainbows. No is one of the most powerful words in existence. Don't be a people pleaser. The only time you should look into someone else's bowl is to make sure they have enough. Be not afraid of moving slowly. Be only afraid of standing still. What God doesn't give to you, you have to go and get for yourself. Experience is not what happens to a man. It is what a man does with what happens to him. No matter how nice or respectful you are, some people will still talk bad about you behind your back. Life is unfair. Don't moan. Don't complain. Learn to be thick-skinned. Make the most of what you can. Only a fool learns from his own mistakes. The wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Experience, don't expect. Experience life. Do not carry expectations on how it should be. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you're working for someone else's dream, you sacrifice your own. We live in an age when unnecessary things are our only necessities. Kindness is a language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see. What people say when they are angry aren't things they mean. They regret it often. Forgive angry people. It's okay. They are only human. All that we are is the result of our thoughts. If you are unhappy, you are doing something wrong. He can do anything who thinks that he can do anything. Take time to enjoy life's simple pleasures. It's in these moments that we often find the most joy. Just because you know how it's done doesn't mean it's not magic. Live your life as an exclamation rather than an explanation. No matter what good you do to people, they will only remember your mistakes. You may not realize this, but the people you love are your biggest weaknesses. Well done is better than well said. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. Great men are meteors designed to burn so that earth may be lighted. Someone's opinion of you doesn't have to become your reality. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Sometimes a hypocrite is nothing more than a man in the process of changing. Don't regret the past, because at that moment, you did your best. Holding grudges will never harm people you hate, only you. If you can't do it now, you won't do it ever. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. The things you own end up owning you. Speak your mind, even if your voice shakes. This too shall pass. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. You are not what happened to you. You are what you chose to become. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. As a child, I prayed to God for a bicycle. Then I realized there are times when you see someone for the last time and don't even realize it. Watch out. You'll never know the true value of the moment until it becomes a memory. Resentment is like taking poison and waiting for the other person to die. Every person alive hits a crossroad. One to love, something to hope for. Life gives you lemons, pepper, salt, and sometimes cold water, but they don't come together or in a certain order. So, keep struggling until the lemonade is ready. You can either be a negative or positive person in life, but only one will get you somewhere. Whoever fights can lose. Whoever doesn't fight has already lost. Nature hath given men one tongue but two ears. Be impatient with actions, but patient with results. Don't be emotionally attached to anyone. People change. Even your best friends may probably turn into strangers one day. They've promised that dreams can come true, but forgot to mention that nightmares are dreams too. Every journey begins with the first step. In order to empathize with someone's experience, you must be willing to believe them as they see it, and not how you imagine their experience out. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Anger breaks you. Expecting swearing that you don't care what people think about you. You spend the next 20 years realizing that they aren't thinking about you. Stop letting other people take advantage of you. Learn to say no and understand your rights. When you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. A happy marriage is a long conversation which always seems too short. Work on you for you. If you're not dating to marry, you're dating for heartbreak. Let that sink in and be in a serious relationship. The calmer you are, the clearer you think. Don't pretend to be better than you are. Live life at your own pace. Life is too short to waste time hating anyone. Envy is a waste of time. You already have all you need. Action is 10 times more valuable than reading and planning. Experience is the best teacher. You might regret your speech, but you'll never regret your silence. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. Do more. The race is won by the horse that outstrips its rivals by a head. Wisdom is not wisdom when it is derived from books alone. It is indeed very hard to move on, but once you do, you'll realize it was your best decision. Be the person you needed when you were younger. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Accept criticism, but never accept disrespect. You can't change the past, but can shape your future by learning from it. When you stop chasing the wrong things, the right ones catch up. Never awaken a woman's love with no intention of loving her. A lesson never ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know. Learn to say no. Be frugal. Eat only real food, no wheat, and limit carbs. If you don't clear your misunderstanding in time, they become the reason for distance forever. We are all the bad guy in someone's story. Never close your lips to those whom you have already opened your heart to. To be angry is to take revenge on oneself for the mistakes of others. There is nothing impossible to him who will try. Thinking that someone else can make you happy or unhappy is ridiculous. You can overcome bad habits only today, not tomorrow. To lead people, follow them. It is better to make approximately correct decision than to make a precise mistake. Respect yourself, because people can see if you don't. The more you know, the dumber you sound to stupid people. Don't let success go to your head. Don't let failure go to your heart. The best way to respect yourself is to discipline yourself. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. To be the best, you must be able to handle the worst. As long as you are alive, no obstacle is permanent. Many of the people you told your secret to have already told it to others. The walls you build to keep things out are also keeping things in. Learn to let go, even if you are right. Never make you. First, teach later. The heaviest burden we carry is the weight of our expectations. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. The best way to gain self-confidence is to do what you are afraid to do. No one in this world will stand up for you like the way your parents do. Always be there for them. Being lonely and being alone are different things. Most people are a complete waste of time. Don't let people know too much about you. You don't get extra marks for putting up with people you dislike. You don't have to be great to start, but to become great, you just have to start. The world belongs to the patient. Time flies. One day you are 30, the next you are 50. Plan now for what you take your financial life seriously. Money is a defense to a lot of challenges. Being alone gives us an opportunity to react in anger immediately. Wait for it to subside. Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. Stay strong. Even when things begin to fall apart, stay strong. I would rather be a swineherd, understood by the swine, than a poet misunderstood by men. Fear doesn't exist anywhere except in the mind. You'll never be sorry for telling someone you love them. Do it before it's too late. You can tell more about a person by what he says about others than you can by what others say about him. To get married means to have your rights and double your responsibilities. You will be pulled down out of jealousy. Don't get surprised. It's normal. Most of the time, you have to swallow the pain and learn to grow up by yourself. Trust wisely and not blindly.